Hi there, Steve Kaufman here. Talking again about language learning. Today I'm going to talk about collocations, phrasal verbs, and other so-called language hacks. Before I do that, I should say if you like hearing me talk about language learning, if you have some requests, there was a request for me to do a video in Chinese. I may just do that. Let me know what you would like to hear. Also subscribe if you like the channel, and come and visit us at LingQ. I should also point out that I have started a separate channel here at YouTube where I do my political rants, and I'll leave a link here in the description box. All right, for people who study English, we often see, there are books on collocations, phrasal verbs. I have them. I didn't bring it here to show you, but I looked through it. And so the idea is presented by language teachers that somehow if we focus on collocations, and there are many websites that tell teachers how to teach collocations, and the same is true with phrasal verbs: get in, get off, get it, and there are books with lists of these phrasal verbs, and the idea is that somehow that there is a special phenomenon called collocations or phrasal verbs, and that if you somehow master these, then your English will improve. I don't believe it. I think it's one thing to focus on something that is performs a particular function in a language, like so-called modal verbs: would, could, should, might. Yes, it's a good idea to study those in some kind of concentrated form so you get a sense of the pattern of how those are used. In Romance languages, it's a good idea to concentrate at times on the subjunctive, or in Slavic languages on verbs of motion, because those are specific functional patterns, very defined. But collocations, which means, by the way, is sort of words that normally are used together, or phrasal verbs, which is a form of collocation because certain verbs are used with certain prepositions and they have a certain specific meaning. These are potentially endless. And I don't think if you read a book of collocations or a book of phrasal verbs that you will retain much. Rather, it's a matter of paying attention when you are listening and reading and getting used to hearing certain words used with other words. Sorry, I got a funny chair here. Getting used to this. And of course, if you're on LingQ, you save phrases. You save phrases that you think are useful to you. Many of these phrases will be collocations, words that are normally used together. And in fact, at LingQ, if you save a word, you will see a number of phrases that other LingQ members have saved, and some of those might be useful phrases for you to save. And as you save these phrases and maybe review them in flashcards and notice them in different contexts when reading or listening, you'll start to have these chunks that you can use. And these chunks may well be what some of the language teachers would call collocations or phrasal verbs. But really, there's no shortcut, there's no hack. In order to get used to using these phrases effectively, you simply have to do a lot of listening and reading. So that's my take on collocations, phrasal verbs, and other language hacks. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.